What up, guys? GangstaPranksta bringing you the newest episode of the weekly wrestling review. If you're new to the show, this is where we talk everything about professional wrestling, from news, reviews to predictions. We talk about it all. So if you're a fan of professional wrestling, welcome to the show. On today's show, we're going to have reviews for Ring of Honor Final Battle 2013, TLC 2013, and then all the ending shows. This is going to be like, after this show, we're finally going to be in 2014, which I'm super excited for. Steadily, like, sometimes, I'm climbing up and trying to catch up, and then sometimes it just takes longer, with pay-per-views and life and shit. So sadly, I can't do these as often as I want and be up to date with everything, but I'm trying over here. But anyway, so let's talk about it. A couple of things happened, coming, since it was the end of the year, pretty much, for these couple of shows. It's pretty laid back, especially on the Raw and Smackdowns and the Ring of Honors and NXT, pretty much every show, except TNA, because they've taped a shit ton ahead of time. Well, NXT does that too. Whatever, we'll talk about it. So there's not going to be a lot to talk about on this show, except for other stuff. We'll talk. Whatever. Let's just start. Let's just fucking start. Let's talk about some stuff. First, we have Ring of Honor Final Battle 2013. That's going to be the first pay-per-view review that we do. It was, as Ring of Honor's final show. I thought it was actually a pretty good show. Pretty good to good. Definitely not bad. There was only one thing on this pay-per-view that I thought was really bad. Other than that, everything else was pretty good to good. So let's just get into it real quick. First, we have our opener, Adam Page taking on Matt Hardy. Pretty good match. Matt Hardy wins. Nothing real special here, just a little opener. Next, we got Silas Young versus Mark Briscoe in a strap match. Pretty much they're tied to each other with the strap, and then you got to touch all four corners to win. They had a pretty good match as well. They did some cool stuff. But with this kind of gimmick, it limits a lot of what they can do. So it was pretty good for what it was. I just think the gimmick held back on the match. Next, we got the Young Bucks versus the Adrenaline Rush. Good match. Young Bucks win. This is just a good, fast-paced tag team match. And good to see the Bucks back in Ring of Honor. Next, we got Kevin Steen versus Mike Bennett in a stretcher match. Good match. Steen wins. It was about a stretcher match for about 4 minutes. So what happens was Kevin Steen just pretty much beat the shit out of Mike Bennett, put him on the stretcher, and then Maria's like, no, don't stretcher him out, because he would lose. And then Kevin Steen's like, alright, well, fuck the stretcher match, we're just gonna beat the fuck out of each other. And that's what it turned into. It's turned into more of a fight. And yeah, so it was just whatever. And he beat the fuck out of beat the shit out of Mike Bennett. Package pile driver on the chairs was cool. And I guess since Bennett lost, he can no longer do the pile driver. So that's the little stipulation that it had. But yeah, it's too bad there wasn't a stretcher match. We had back-to-back gimmick matches that weren't very good. The strap match, very limiting on what you can do in the ring, and then the stretcher match, it wasn't even a fucking stretcher match for very long. And I don't know, it was just kind of weird. Next, we got probably the worst thing on the show, Red Dragon versus Outlaw Inc. for the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. This was very blah. Red Dragon wins. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest right now. I don't give two fucks about Outlaw Inc. Someone asked me on Twitter, hey, what do you think of Outlaw Inc? And it was literally right after I finished watching this pay-per-view, and I'm like, holy shit, this was awful. And it pretty much just said, yeah, they're the worst thing in Ring of Honor. They're not interesting. The gimmick's kind of stupid. Well, it's not kind of stupid, it is stupid. And I don't think they're a good fit in Ring of Honor. I just think it sucks. They're fucking terrible together, and it just sucks so much dick. I hate this team. I hope they go away very, very soon. and hopefully they will, and that will kind of lead up to something else we'll talk about. But next we got Matt Taven versus Tommaso Ciampa for the Ring of Honor TV title. This wasn't even really a match. It was like a 2-second squash match. Well, not 2 seconds. It went like about 4 minutes at the most, probably, maybe a little bit less. But I get why they did it, but at the same time, I didn't really like it. So they pretty much had Ciampa come in and squash Taven. He didn't just squash Taven. He squashed Taven, he squashed Truth Martini, and then he squashed the 2 Hoopla Hotties. All in the span of, like, 3 minutes. It was... He destroyed the House of Truth, or the HOT, whatever you want to call them, and all of them. Even the girls, he beat them all up. You know, it's just a way for Ciampa to look like a beast. And, but I didn't really like that, because, you know, they promoted Matt Taven as like, oh, he's the longest reigning TV champion. And then, for him to just come and get squashed by Ciampa, I didn't really like that, but, you know, with Ciampa being the Sicilian psychopath, and he's unstoppable and stuff like that, I think it helped Tommaso, and it hurt Taven. And there wasn't really like a middle ground, so this wasn't really like a match, more like a segment. But yeah, Ciampa wins. He's the new Ring of Honor TV champion, and yeah, that was about it. He just beat the fuck out of everybody. Next we got Roderick Strong versus Jay Lethal versus Eddie Edwards and BJ Whitmer. So there was a lot of controversy going into this match because originally this was supposed to be the American Wolves send-off match. You know, this was supposed to be their last match because at the time they were doing a couple things on NXT, and then like it was like, oh, and then Davey did a couple promos like, we're going to Orlando. And it's like, oh, are they going to TNA? Are they going to NXT? Are they going to WWE Developmental? Like, where are they going to go? All we knew was the American Wolves were done after this pay-per-view. And then leading up into it, Davey Richards did an interview in England, and he completely shit on Ring of Honor, just talking about how the company sucks, and he doesn't like to be there, and he hates the company and shit like that. And I don't know if Ring of Honor pulled him out of the match or he pulled himself out of the match, but a couple things that happened were Davey said he's leaving Ring of Honor for good. That's one thing he said. He said he's never going to be in Ring of Honor ever again. And, you know, it sucks because, like, he was a huge part of Ring of Honor. You know, he's a former world champion, former tag team champion. He's had great matches there. And, there's my washing machine, or the dryer, whatever. And, like, he's had such a legacy in Ring of Honor, and then for it to kind of, like, end abruptly like this was kind of shitty on both parties. First of all, Davey should have kept his mouth shut. I'm going to fucking turn off this dryer. Goddamn hate this music. It's going to turn off as soon as I fucking get here. Of course it does. Whatever, I'm going to make sure it doesn't do it again. So yeah, Davey should have kept his mouth shut. This is kind of like the CM Punk situation that's going on now. Like, just suck it up and deal with it. And, you know, Davey, since he knew his time was limited in Ring of Honor and he was either going to go to WWE or TNA, he didn't really give a shit. And he was just like, fuck Ring of Honor. I don't like that company anymore. And, you know, he did what he did. I don't know. I think it was kind of... He definitely shouldn't have done it. Like, if you want to say anything, do it after you leave the company, not while you're with the company, because it just makes you and the company look bad. And then there's, like, all these reports about Davey Richards, and, like, fucking everyone apparently hates him, and he's a liar, and stuff with Japan, and just a whole bunch of stuff. So there's a lot of controversy going into this match. But eventually, like we all know, well, we know now that Davey, you know, he's in TNA with Eddie, and BJ Whitmer is back out of retirement. I don't even know, like, what's going on with that, with his neck and stuff. But anyways, let's get back on track with the actual match. So BJ filled in for Davey, and they had a good match. Eddie and BJ won. And then after the match, Eddie gives his goodbye speech and is attacked by Whitmer and Roderick Strong. And then Jimmy Jacobs comes out and cuts a promo on the guys that leave the company and are praised, like Punk and Bryan and Joe and AJ and guys like that. But guys like Jimmy and BJ and Roderick aren't respected in the same. Like, you know, they've been there the whole time. They haven't left, and they don't get the respect that they think they deserve. It's an interesting angle. And they're going to be called Decade. It's going to be the three of them. I would like to see other guys come back and be a part of this angle. I don't know if it's going to be like a scum thing. Like, I'm really interested to see, like, where this direction of this thing goes. Because, like, with guys like Chris Hero and AJ coming back, they can get involved. I'd like to see other guys, like, from Ring of Honor's past get involved in this. Maybe, like, an Alex Shelley, a Jimmy Rave, a Jack Evans. Who else can they put in here that's, like, old school Ring of Honor? Amazing Red. That could be one. There's a lot of guys. I'm just really interested to see the direction that they take this in. Because, like, you know, Jimmy and BJ, they got history from, shit, were they Age of the Fall together? I don't remember. Or was that Tyler and Jimmy? I don't know, but BJ and Jimmy, they used to be tag team champions and stuff. And then they had their feud. And, yeah, so. It should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. And then after that, we had the main event, Jay Briscoe, Adam Cole, and Michael Elgin in a three-way for the Ring of Honor World title. This is a really good match, really good main event. Adam Cole wins after Matt Hardy comes out and helps him. The ending was kind of weird. Oh, it wasn't weird, it just kind of sucked. Because you had Jay Briscoe hit his finisher twice on Elgin, and then Elgin kicked out. And then Adam Cole ends up beating him with a roll-up. And I was like, what? Like, the least they could have done is super kick to the back of the head and then rolled him up. But he just fucking rolled him up. And, yeah, it was just kind of lame. So, yeah, Adam Cole and Matt Hardy, they kind of have this alliance together. And after the match, they beat up the Mark Briscoe, Jay Briscoe, and Michael Elgin. And then after that, Chris Hero comes out, makes his huge Ring of Honor return, and takes out Cole and Hardy. Fun fact, he wasn't actually, he was supposed to be there, but it was like a close call, because he did a CZW show like earlier in the night, and then he had to drive over to the Ring of Honor show to do this appearance. So that was cool that that he made it, because I think he was actually supposed to be in a tag team match with Eddie Edwards. And then he wasn't going to make it for that, so BJ filled in, and then he made it for the main event segment, which was cool. It was really cool. And the fans go fucking nuts. And one thing I want to talk about this pay-per-view, I love the commentary from Steve Corino and Kevin Kelly. I got to talk about Steve Corino. He's just fucking awesome. He had great lines throughout the whole show, especially like Chris Hero. He cut a promo after he beat up Cole and Hardy, and he was like, it wouldn't be Final Battle without Chris motherfucking Hero. And Corino's like, I didn't even know that was his middle name. And just the way he sells everything, and it just makes jokes. And the one thing I really like about Corino, that, you know, last time I think I did this, I shit all over Taz and I said I hate his commentary, he's annoying and he sucks. Well, Steve Corino, he can do the funny stuff, the ha-ha, and make jokes, but he can also sell an angle, and he can be like, you know, he could do the serious stuff and the joke stuff. And even if he doesn't, that's why he has Kevin Kelly there, to be like, oh my god, folks, what did we just see here? And it was just amazing. I gotta give props. I love that fucking line with Chris here. Chris motherfucking, I didn't even know. I laughed so fucking hard when I heard that. I was just like, he's the fucking man. Like, he is awesome. And Kevin Kelly, you know, he does a good job of calling the action. And then him and Nigel, they do some good stuff. And him and Corino, I like Corino because he's more out there. With Nigel, you know, he's kind of calm. and collected. With Steve Corino, he's a fucking live wire, and you don't know what to expect from him. He says racist stuff, but it's funny, and rape jokes. It's just hilarious. I don't know if he does rape jokes, but he did make a couple, not racist jokes, but when Outlying came out for their match against Bobby Fish, he was like, oh my god, let me hide my wallet. You know, so that was kind of funny. And overall, I enjoyed this pay-per-view. Everything was good except for the whole Red Dragon Outlying thing. I think that was probably the worst thing on the pay-per-view. Everything else was pretty good to really good. So that was that. That was Final Battle. But we have another pay-per-view review, TLC 2013. And this pay-per-view, this is WWE's final pay-per-view 2013. Didn't really like some of the stuff that happened on this pay-per-view. We'll talk about it right now, but I don't know. Whatever, we'll talk about it and we'll discuss. So first we had CM Punk versus The Shield in a 3-on-1 handicap match. This is a pretty good match, pretty good opener. I enjoyed this. Punk ended up getting the victory after the whole thing how Roman Reigns hurt his eye was completely stupid as shit. He went flying over the announce table, and then they said that he hit his eye on like the arm of one of the chairs of the announce team, and it was just like, you look at the fucking replay and it looked fucking terrible, and they tried to sell it as an eye injury. Anyways, whatever, he ended up spearing Dean Ambrose, and then Punk pinned him, and that was that. Next, we got AJ versus Natalya for the WWE Divas title match. This was a good match. I really enjoyed this. One of the better Divas matches that I've seen in quite a while. And I actually thought Natalya was going to win, because there was a lot of controversy with AJ going on at the time with the whole incident that happened to Tribute the Troops. We'll talk about that later. But I was like, yeah, she's going to probably lose the title here to Natalya. If she's going to lose it to anybody, I think it's either going to be Natalya or Naomi or possibly even Brie Bella. Those are the three. I don't think anybody else can take it from her. But I actually thought it was going to change, but it didn't end up changing. But they had a good match because, you know, they know how to wrestle, so they're going to have a good match. Next, we got Biggie Langston versus Damien Sandow IC title match. This was okay. I don't know, Biggie Langston's matches on pay-per-view are pretty much just like TV matches. Like, when you have you gotta kind of crank it up when it's on a pay-per-view. I just feel the matches are all short, and just a match that you can see on RAW or SmackDown any fucking week. His pay-per-view matches have sucked, honestly, and this is definitely up there. It's just okay at best, but yeah. Next we got probably one of the best matches on the show. Real Americans, Rey Mysterio and Big Show, Ryback, Axel, and Goldust and Cody Rhodes in a 4-way elimination match for the WWE Tag Team titles. This was a really good match. Really enjoyed this. Tag Team division has been putting on great matches for a while now. Ever since kind of like, I'd kind of say Team Hell No. I don't know about that far. I mean, it was good, but it definitely wasn't as good now. Like, it wasn't stealing the show every time. I'd definitely say around when the Shield won the titles. Ever since then, you know, the match with the primetime players, Usos. Since then, and like, one match that really comes to mind is the fucking Battleground match between the Shield and Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Ever since then, and everything after that has been just fucking awesome on pay-per-views. And yeah, I'm glad, because like for a long time, like on these WWE pay-per-views, I'd look forward to the tag team matches, and they'd all suck, or they get moved to the pre-show. Like, I remember one WrestleMania, I was really looking forward to seeing John Morrison and The Miz versus Carlito and Primo for the WWE Tag Team titles. I think it was WrestleMania 25. It was a WrestleMania, whatever. And I was like, oh yes, this is going to be a fucking great match. You got John Morrison, Carlito, Primo, yeah, Miz, whatever. But this is going to be fucking awesome. Miz is alright, but with John Morrison, he was really fucking good. And I was just like, yeah, this match is going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait to see it. Oh, it got moved to the pre-show. Oh, I haven't been able to see it because the fucking pre-show. And they didn't show the pre-shows back then. Oh, well, fuck me. And I was just really bummed out. But I'm glad tag teams are getting the forefront now that they deserve because they're fucking good. And I don't know, like I say that, and then like recently I know they've broken up a couple teams. I know Tons of Funk have broken up. Well, the Primetime Players broke up. There's another team that broke up, I think. I don't think so. Oh, the Real Americans are kind of breaking up, I think. I don't know if they're still a thing. But I think they're like on the verge. There's definitely dissension there. Same thing with the Shield. So, you know, I praise the tag team division for being awesome, and then you got all the teams breaking up. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But anyways, this is a fucking great match. Really enjoyed this. Cody and Goldust retain their titles. Next, you got Brodus Clay versus R-Truth. This was a blah match. Really did not need to be on the pay-per-view. R-Truth ended up winning, and that's really enough said about this. This really didn't belong on the show. It sucked. It really did. Next, you got Kofi Kingston versus Miz. No DQ match. Pretty good match. Kofi wins. This was just whatever. Like, it wasn't a bad match, but just like, who cares? You know, they've wrestled so many times, and have had so many feuds. Who cares anymore, you know? People want to see new things. And just going back to the same Kofi and Miz feud, they feuded so many, you know, here where there's no title, and feuded with for the IC title, and the US title, and fucking everything under the sun, and, oh god, it's just, I don't know, these are just two guys that doesn't seem like they know what they want to do with, and then, I don't know, they just keep putting them together, and just, yeah, I'm sick of it. I don't know about anybody else. Next, you got the Wyatt family versus Daniel Bryan in a 3-on-1 handicap match. Good match. I enjoyed this. Definitely picked up towards the end. But the Wyatts ended up winning, and, you know, this whole storyline of Bray Wyatt trying to get Daniel to join and whatever. And I've been enjoying it a lot. And this was a good match. And I like what they do with Bray. How like they have Rowan and they have Harper, and then they usually don't have Bray, you know, they have him sit in the rocking chair or whatever, and then when he comes in the ring to do something that's special, you know, they kind of build up towards that, and I really like that about what they're doing with Bray Wyatt. That's good. And then last but not least, the main event, Randy Orton versus John Cena in a TLC match for the Unified World title. One thing I want to talk about this match, when it was first announced, I was reading some comments on the wrestling website that it was written on, and some guy was like, at TLC, I guarantee you that they're going to both go up for the titles. Randy Orton's going to pull down the world title. John Cena's going to pull down the WWE title, and that's going to be it. And I'm like, I can see them doing that, like where they switch titles and there's a title change, but there's not a title change, because like they pretty much just switch titles and just kind of holding off on this match, because like TLC, who would have given this shit about this pay-per-view if it didn't have this unification match? No one would give a shit, and that's pretty much why they this is pretty much why they did it, because like they realized, hey, we don't really have anything planned for this, so let's do something kind of cool, interesting. Let's have a unification match. And my thoughts on it, if they're going to have a unification match, do it somewhere special, WrestleMania, and hold off till then. And I'm like, oh, I can see that happening. You know, they'll switch the titles, and they'll kind of continue to build up towards it. And they didn't end up doing that. And for a long time, I'm like, that's going to be the finish. They're going to switch titles, and they're just going to fuck the fans over again. And then Triple H was doing these interviews with Michael Cole where he's like, we are going to have one world champion, and blah, blah, blah. And after I started hearing, like, oh, we're going to have one world champion a lot, I'm like, okay, that finishes that out of the book. I don't think they're going to do it. And they didn't end up doing it, but it ended up being a good match. Orton wins, and is the new unified WWE World Heavyweight Champion. They kind of fucked up the ending with how Orton was supposed to sling him with the ropes into a table. That didn't end up going perfectly. It was good for what it was, because if you actually think about it, Cena went head first and then kind of clipped the table, and then you could just say, oh, he got knocked out. But what was supposed to happen, his whole body was supposed to go into the table, and that didn't end up happening. But it was good for what it was. I thought it was a good match. But overall, TLC 2013, was it a good pay-per-view? It was just okay. Nothing really worth mentioning or watching. There's nothing to go out of your way to watch. You know, we crowned a unified world champion, but I don't think people cared about that too much. The only thing to really look out for, I'd say, is the tag team title match. I'd say even the women's match was really good. To check that out. And maybe even the Wyatt family Daniel Bryan thing, maybe. And then the main events. Those would be like the 3 or 4 matches I'd probably recommend. But other than that, it was just an okay pay-per-view. And nothing too big. So, next we got Raw. Is there anything I want to talk about? I don't think so. Yeah, there's nothing really that happened here that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, next we got NXT. This was the 200th episode of NXT. I actually want to talk about this a little bit. So, you know, it was a pretty good show. They talked about, you know, the history of NXT and how much NXT has changed and sucked. Holy shit. Remember when it used to be good on season... I'm not talking about NXT now with the whole new format of the new guys, but back when it was, you know, the pros and the Joes, or the pros and the rookies, and season 1 was fucking awesome, and then season 2, which was okay. It was pretty good. It wasn't as good as season 1, but it was okay. And then they had that terrible segment to end the show. And then I remember watching NXT season 2, the ending, just to find out what they were going to do for season 3. Because, like, it was rumored to be, like, it was either going to be a women's or tag team. And I was like, oh shit, I hope it's tag teams. This will be awesome. And I'm like, if it's women's, it's going to be terrible. And they ended up going with the women's NXT thing. And that was fucking awful. Like, just absolutely terrible. Only thing good to come from that show was a couple things. AJ Lee, Naomi, Caitlyn, and CM Punk on commentary were absolutely just shit all over the show. It was fucking great. Other than that, this whole thing was trash. And just like looking at that and then what NXT is now, and I really like it. I would have liked for that whole concept to continue with the pros and the rookies, because I think it was interesting. Like, you had some interesting matchups like The Miz and Daniel Bryan and stuff like that. And then when like on season 1 where they had the pro, like whenever the pro had a match, like if Chris Jericho had a match, Barrett would be out with them. And then they kind of stopped doing that in season 2, and then it just went to shit. Like, who cares? But damn, NXT went from good to bad to really bad to decent now. So, or to really good. It's actually really good now. So that was, the transition was crazy. It was fucking crazy. But yeah, they pretty much just showed like clips throughout all the NXTs, and it's like, oh yeah, they even showed some shit I've never seen before. Like, they showed, or no, that was on the Best Of show. We'll talk about that next. But yeah, so anyways, we had Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd versus Cesaro and Leo Kruger. Good match. Sami and Tyson win. We had Sasha Banks versus Paige. Okay, match. We had the Ascension versus the American Pitbulls, which was Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. I was super excited to watch this match, just to see what it would be like. And then when the fucking Davey got dropped on his head, it was like, holy shit. And then, yeah, they didn't have as good of a match as I hoped for. They pretty much just squashed them. I was hoping for a more competitive match. But, you know, it was for what it was. It was alright. And then the main event was Bo Dallas versus Adrian Neville, NXT title Lumberjack match. Good match. Bo wins and retains his title. So, we'll talk about the review show in a second. Next we got Impact. This was the fucking Final Resolution pay-per-view, I think. I don't know. It was the one where Magnus won the world title. I think it was Final Resolution. So, what do I want to talk about here? I'll just talk about the main event. Fuck it. Jeff Hardy versus Magnus for the TNA World Title Dixieland match. I thought this match was absolutely ridiculous. Well, not ridiculous. Just, you're in a cage, you gotta escape, and then it turns into a ladder match, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Anyways, it was a good match. Magnus wins and is the new TNA World Champion after Rockstar Spud comes out, pushes Jeff Hardy off the ladder, and holy fuck, what a hell of a bump Jeff Hardy took on that ramp. Holy shit, it looked really painful. I felt really bad. But yeah, Magnus, new world champion. That was about it, honestly. What else do we get? Next we got SmackDown. Probably nothing I want to fucking talk about on SmackDown. Jesus Christ. I want to rip my goddamn eyes out every time I watch it. It's so boring. Not as boring, it's just, oh god. I've actually heard some stuff, especially with the WWE Network, that they want to turn SmackDown into a live show. And if they turn SmackDown into a live show, I think that'll be good. Because it'll just change everything, honestly. It'll make it go from a boring pre-taped show to a live show where shit can happen. And it'll definitely make it more meaningful if it's live. But while it's pre-taped now, it's so boring, no one gives a shit. Not a lot of... fucking worthless. They really should get rid of it. It's so terrible. Alright, next we got Ring of Honor. They just showed matches from some pay-per-view that they did. Next we got Raw. This was the Christmas Raw with the Good Santa versus Bad Santa. And if Bad Santa won, he canceled Christmas. Good news, folks. Good Santa won, and they didn't end up canceling Christmas. I think we all know by now, because, you know, it's February. But in case you didn't know, Christmas was on the line. And thankfully, Mark Henry beat up Damien the Jobber Sando, and ended up winning. So that was cool. Oh, I know something that I want to talk about. The whole Batista promo return. So they showed it during this thing. Of course, it was spoiled by, I think, the arena that was supposed to host that event ended up revealing that Batista was returning, and that they weren't supposed to do that. So his return got leaked. And then they had to start showing promos and stuff for his return. One thing I want to talk about, looking back on it now, I think they should have saved Batista's return for the Royal Rumble, especially all the negative backlash that Batista's gotten over the past couple, like, I guess he's been there for about a month now. All this negative backlash, like, he comes in, he wins the title, whatever, or wins the Rumble. I think he should have just came back at the Royal Rumble. One, it would have been huge, a huge surprise. It would have been an awesome number 30. I think it kind of would have made up for people wanting Daniel Bryan in, and then them booing the shit out of Rey Mysterio because they wanted Daniel Bryan. If they put fucking Batista in there, that would have been cool. But I guess they were trying to get like a higher buy rate and like, oh, let's bring Batista back early on TV and build up for it. And then let's bring in Lesnar and all this shit. And I'm just like, you know, maybe Lesnar would have been enough. and just have Batista as a surprise. But yeah, that's what I would have done. But it was whatever. I haven't seen his return yet, but I will soon. And yeah. What else? I'm looking at the stuff here to talk about, and there's really nothing else I want to talk about on Raw. Like I said, it was just a Christmas show. It was just like an easygoing show. Nothing big happened. It was just a fun show. Next we got NXT. This was the recap show of the whole year. Just to kind of recap some of the things that happened. And the stars that went from NXT to WWE, some of the new superstars that they have on NXT, like Sami Zayn, Aiden English, and they showed some of the moments throughout NXT, and they showed one which looked really entertaining, but I haven't I've watched NXT for the past like 6 months. And, like, I like to think I have a good memory, but I don't remember this. I don't even know if they showed this, but it involved John Cena, Damian Sandow, Enzo Amore, and Colin Cassidy. It involved all 4 of them. And I'm like, that looks really entertaining. And either it sucked and I don't remember, or they didn't show it. I don't fucking know which one, but it looked really fucking entertaining. I just love Enzo Amore. That's it. And he had a really entertaining backstage segment with Aiden English recently, where him and Big Cass were talking about some shit, and he's in his fucking wheelchair, motorized, with his broken leg, and then Aiden English is singing in the corner, and they go up to him, and Big Cass and Aiden, whatever, they're gonna have a sing-off, and as they're leaving, Big Cass is like, let me warm up, let me practice my pipes, me, and Enzo's like, yeah, that's good, soft, and it was just fucking awesome, the delivery on it, and I'll try and find it and put it in the description, so you guys can check it out, but fucking Enzo Amore, he is fucking amazing. I can't say enough good shit about him. I can't wait to see him on the main roster. He's so fucking, I just want to see him back. Shit, that's it. I want to see him back without a broken leg, getting better at wrestling, and yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see this guy. I want to see him on TV because I think he can make a lot of money because he's that entertaining. So what else do we got? Oh, we also had William Regal versus Antonio Cesaro. They had a good match, good back and forth match. Cesaro ended up winning. I don't know if I mentioned this on the last episode. With William Regal, I don't think he should be used against people like Cesaro. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a good match, but I feel like he should be put in like feuds with like maybe a Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville, guys who like Cesaro. He's already on the main roster. A match like this isn't gonna help him, you know, like he's already there, he's already made it. Where if like they gave it to a guy like Sami Zayn or maybe an Aiden English or Corey Graves or something like that, it could have helped them. That could have been like their breakout match and been like, someone in the higher ups could have been like, oh shit, that was awesome. Let's call him up to TV right now. And yeah, that was my only gripe with the match. What else do we got? Next we got Impact. What do I want to talk about? Oh, this whole Bully Ray emo thing. God, I think it's hilarious that when he talks, the creepy music, it's so corny. It's so fucking corny. I don't know. We'll have to see where this leads to, but I know it leads to a bunch of matches with who's the fucking lead to a bunch of matches? Oh, Mr. Anderson. I'm sorry, I forgot who I was talking about for a second. So I know it leads to a bunch of matches there, but I really don't know what they're gonna do with Bully Ray. I don't know. I really don't know. It's really weird. We had the main event, Ethan Carter III, Rockstar Spud, and the Bromans taking on Jeff Hardy and Sting. Pretty good match. Bromans win, and EC3 and Spud. After the match, Hardy says he's quitting TNA until things change. things aren't going to change. But, well, I like the changes that TNA has been going on now. It's been good. The product is definitely better now, that they don't have to rely on a big name like a Christian or a Kurt Angle or a Hulk Hogan. They build their own superstars. Sadly, AJ can't be a part of it, but I was looking at something recently. You know, I was looking at the wrestling news websites and stuff like that, and with AJ Styles, they released a bunch of his dates, and you know, he has dates through January, February, and March, and then after that, he's like not booked for anything, or they just haven't released it or whatever, and it begs the question, is this whole AJ Styles angle a work? Has he actually been contacted by TNA? Or has he been with TNA the whole time, and this is all just a storyline for him to go, kind of bash the company, talk about some stuff, and then to come back? And I don't know. I think he is. I think I can see AJ Styles coming back to TNA very soon. I don't know why. I can see it happening, but I can also see it not happening. I don't know. It's like, I guess I kind of want it to happen, but I don't at the same time. I don't know. I don't know what I want, actually. But, I don't know. You know, I like AJ. You know, I like him in TNA. It's kind of like his home now. He's a TNA guy. And, especially with the way that things have been going now, I think he'd be a good fit there. So, that's that. Next we got SmackDown, but I don't think there's anything I want to fucking talk about here again. Yeah, there's not. Well, actually, John Cena and Seth Rollins, I want to talk about that. They had a fucking good match. I really enjoyed watching this. That was fucking awesome. Other than that, who gives a shit? Next we got Ring of Honor. This wasn't really an episode, this was just a special edition of Ring of Honor where they looked at the rise of Adam Cole, where, you know, he went from teaming with Kyle O'Reilly as Future Shock to becoming TV champion to becoming world champion, and just this build up to what he is now. And it was a cool little episode, and a cool look at Adam Cole's career. Next we got Tribute to the Troops. I watched it. I don't know if I want to review it. It's not a show I'd be critical of, like, oh shit, this sucked and this was terrible and blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say, like, it was an entertainment show, and that's what it was. It wasn't for the wrestling fans. It was for the troops, and you know, I think they did a good job of that. They had wrestling. They had a comedian, Jeff Dunham. They had a rock band come in and perform a song, and it was just a cool little thing for the troops. And you know, I hope they enjoyed it. It looked like they did. I like the whole arena setup with them coming out of the cargo plane for the entrance, and yeah. But other than that, nothing real special happened in the show. It was just a fun little show for the troops, and yeah, that was about it. I really don't know why I watched this. I don't know, whatever, but I did anyways. What else do I want to talk about? Total Divas. Let's talk about that. The last couple episodes of season 1. What do I want to talk about? Should we talk about all the episodes, or just like the interesting stuff, or shit, I don't fucking know. I guess we'll talk about each episode. First, we got episode 12. This is where Cameron wants Vinny to get into wrestling. They fucking build a mob, blew his ass up, like, hey, get up, do this, bump, 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 whatever. And he got fucking blown up, and then he gets pissed off at Cameron. That was kind of interesting, just to show people, like, oh yeah, it's actually a lot harder to get in WWE, even though they don't make it seem like that, and like, it seems like anybody can get in. But yeah, I'm glad that, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. That's cool. That's it. What else? I just want to, oh man, the episode where Natalya and Tyson Kidd lost their cat. Holy fuck, that was so sad, man. I almost teared up. The first time I watched it, I was like, oh my god, it's so fucking sad. And the second time I watched it, it was a lot less heartbreaking. It was still heartbreaking, but I already knew what happened. And shit, it was just so fucking sad. And then they find out the cat's having seizures and strokes and is losing function of the body. And then they have to put him down. I was like, oh my god. Ah, please, stop, stop. I can't watch this anymore. And it was so fucking sad. It was so, so sad. And then they ended up getting another cat to fill in the void of Gizmo. And, you know, it had a happy ending, but holy shit, it was so sad. It was, oh man, it was so fucking sad. And what else? Oh, I want to talk about the last episode. The last episode was awesome. Everything was interesting. Like, it had a really good storyline. You had Natalia go Brie mode and drunk dial Stephanie. That was fucking funny. And then you got the whole Eva Marie and her boyfriend thing, and they get engaged, and then they go visit her family, and that was awesome. And yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And then they flip shit when they tell them they're engaged, and that was really. And then Bryan and Brie, he proposed to Brie. That was nice, and they had a nice party. And the whole Cena and Nikki Bella thing, where the whole kids and then the thing. I want to talk about that real quick with Cena and how he doesn't want to have kids and get married and stuff. I gotta defend Cena here. You know, I respect his decision not to have kids, you know, whatever. But you gotta look at it from this perspective. Kids are his biggest fan, right? That's his biggest fan base. And this guy does millions of things for Make-A-Wish type situations. And all that is kids. They're sick, they're near death, and he goes there and he makes their day by visiting them and spending time with them, and that's gotta fucking wear on you. And it's like, shit, you know, maybe going through all that, maybe, you know, it's affected his decision having kids. And I don't think people are thinking about that. Like, there's just like, oh, you're rich, and, you know, why don't you want to get married? Why don't you want to have kids? You know, that's what people do with their life. And he has a different life. He's, you know, he's an entertainer. He's on the road all the time. He barely gets to see his family. Makes a lot of money. Does a lot of things for charity and stuff. And, you know, you don't know what kind of effect that has on people. And, you know, maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to have kids or whatever. And I can definitely see that, you know, seeing kids all the time. And then, you know, I remember hearing this Make-A-Wish story. I don't remember if it was John Cena's or whatever, but they went to go visit the kid, and then like a couple of days later, they find out that the kid died from whatever illness he had. And it's just like hearing stories like that probably happens a lot to Cena, you know, just watching all these kids with incurable diseases and just sick, and they're young, and their future's already made up for them because of this illness, and they're never going to really have a life because this illness is pretty much going to kill them or fuck them up for the rest of their life. And yeah, and, you know, I could totally see that happening to Cena, and just like that weighing on him heavily, and him not wanting to go through that with his own kid, because you never know, you know, you might have a kid, he might have a disability of some sort or an illness, and, you know, maybe he doesn't want to take that risk and be responsible for that. And I could totally see that. I think about that a lot too. Like, if I were to have a kid, that kid would have an illness or something, like how would I handle that as a situation and as a parent? And you just have to be strong, and I don't know, could I go through that? And it's gotta weigh heavily on you. Like I said, it's fucking a hard situation, and the way they busted his balls during the dinner, like all of Nikki's friends, like, yeah, but don't you want to get married and have kids and whatever? And he's just like, No, I love his answers too. Like, he is totally in media mode all the time. Like, he's careful of what he says. You know, he's pretty much trained to know what to say and what not to say, and it just looks like a fucking robot sometimes. But whatever. But yeah, it sucks. I don't know. It's a interesting situation. So. That's that for Total Divas. Can't wait till they come back. I think it's in March sometime, and then apparently, I don't know if JoJo's still going to be on the show, but I know Charlotte's going to be on the show, or not Charlotte, what? Hold on, what was I talking about? JoJo, okay, JoJo's, I don't know if she's going to still be on the show, or whatever is going to happen, but Summer Rae, sorry about that, is supposed to be on the show, and then she, like, slaps Natalya. Can't wait to see what happens with that, and, like, why that happens, but, yeah, that is definitely interesting. I can't wait to see that, so, super excited for that. So next we got some wrestling news, two things real quick. First, Chavo Guerrero has officially been released from TNA. Of course, they did the whole storyline thing with, him getting the case in Feast and Fire, and he got released, but he's actually released. You know, he's no longer a part of TNA. He's gone. Kind of saw it coming. You know, he hasn't been with the company for a while. You know, he hasn't been showing up, and I don't know. You know, what is this gonna mean for Hernandez? Because he's pretty much Hernandez's. They were a team, and you know, one guy's gone, and what are they gonna do with Hernandez now? I don't fucking know. Especially with TNA taking a different direction with stuff, and you know, them signing MVP and the American Wolf, the Wolves. Stupid fucking name, by the way. But yeah, Chavo's gone, and somebody else is also gone from TNA, which was a huge news. Jeff Jarrett. That was probably the biggest news story throughout this whole thing. On December 22nd, Jeff Jarrett announced that he has resigned from TNA, and he's quitting. And you know, there's this whole storyline, like he was getting Toby Keith to buy TNA, and then he would run TNA again, because you know, Dixie and Hogan and all them pretty much fucked him out of it. And it sucks for Jeff. You know, this is a wrestling company that he's made and, you know, created from the bottom up, and then just to have it all taken from you with the whole Kurt Angle situation, and then when Hogan came in, and with Dixie, and oh my god, that just fucking sucks, man. It really sucks. And one thing I was really thinking about is, like, holy shit, if Jeff Jarrett is leaving TNA, is TNA fucked? Because, like, first you had AJ leave, and then you have Jeff, like, Hogan left, whatever, that was really no surprise, he was worthless, but then you have AJ leave, and, you know, the whole thing with his contract, and the money, and whatever, and then Jeff Jarrett leaves. It's like, holy shit, Jeff Jarrett left, and AJ Styles left, TNA's fucked, like, they are in trouble. If two of these guys who have been with the company since day one are gone, what's going on with the company? And I'm still kind of, like, leery about that. Like, holy shit, maybe things aren't really that good in TNA. But I know they just had a successful UK tour, which is good to hear. But whenever you hear people who have been there since day one leave or quit or whatever, it's definitely an eye-opening thing. Like, damn, what's really going on back there? But apparently Jeff Jarrett's starting his own wrestling organization, and starting up another one. Or he could be bringing AAA to, because I know he works in Mexico, I think with AAA. He could be bringing them to US, like kind of a Dragon Gate USA, and having, I think Dragon Gate's a Japanese promotion, and they opened up a US Dragon Gate, and I think that's how it worked. He might do that with AAA, or he might be starting up his own thing altogether, and I don't know. It's just a really interesting thing that happened. Sad to see him go, but yeah, you never know what's happening backstage, you know, with politics and whatever, and just business in general, because that's what it comes down to at the end of the day: money, business, and yeah, all that. So, Jeff Jarrett no longer officially a part of TNA, and I don't know, is TNA in trouble? Let me know in the comments. With Jeff Jarrett gone, AJ gone, are they in trouble, or are they good now? You know, with MVP and the Wolves in the different direction. You know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, so that's going to be it for this weekly wrestling review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Catch us next time. The next one I'm going to try and do very soon. It shouldn't take me too long, because I think there's no pay-per-views. There's no WWE pay-per-views. There's no Ring of Honor pay-per-views. There might be a TNA one-night-only thing. That might be the only thing. But other than that, I think it's just all TV shows, which should be fairly easy. So, yeah, no Total Divas. So, yeah, lots less stuff to watch, which is awesome. So, yeah, I think that's about it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch me next time. Until then, guys, peace out.